the line system by light projection in the car glasses, and all the car will be displayed in the form of an exhibition, and in some romantic scene like a car in the bar or a car in a romantic restaurant or maybe under the Eiffel Tower. And this is also the way we want the car to display at the Peugeot showroom during the campaign. Move to the presentation session. In the concept of car work, Peugeot will perform a car work performance. So to show how attractive she can be and to be more special, we will introduce a limited color version of Peugeot through the concept of car work. And of course, like every car work performance, that would be like eventful music, colorful light, and LCD screen. Come to the party, men can also test, got the real life car testing experience, and that is in evaluation session. And for the men who have already considered to buy a Peugeot for himself, we will encourage him to purchase right at the party by providing an exclusive promotion.
Okay, so jump straight into our phase 3. Our big idea will be amplified when men share about this having a fair story. We understand that in order to fulfill our responsibilities, men sometimes need a moment to be selfish for themselves. The selfish moment here I'm talking to are excitement, such as playing football, playing video games, and of course driving Peugeot. So how can we turn it into something viral and make a huge impact on social media? We create a challenge of word record of cheating confession. As I researched before, there hasn't been any record of cheating confession before, so we tend to create a chain, men confessing and having an affair through viral video that captures 1,000 men confessions. Includes men who join our business trip party in phase 2. The number of men keep increasing when men join the chain with the hashtag sorry my dear. And then the number of confessions will be displayed on their landing page to win a world record for Vietnam. So how can we do it? We do KOL and PR articles to bloom our big idea on the internet. And besides that, we also have a series of pre-nash named Sorry My Dear, but in the end, to deliver the key message to our target customer. Okay, so take a look at this picture. You might see this look a bit familiar because it is our key visual. We use it in our campaign in every phase. So to deliver the big idea, we leverage the normal speedometer into the limiter when driving Peugeot. Men get rid of daily pressure and enjoy every second of driving, as if he having an affair with Peugeot. When coming home, the car stops and the needle points at the wife line. That's when he totally loves his wife. Okay, this is now media planning, and we go to the KPI section. So in this campaign, we mainly solve about the problem of lacking awareness of Peugeot. So we choose two key index to present here is awareness and equity. We expect to get 10 million people reach to the campaign and 4 million target audience understand brand core values. So at our research, every five showroom visitor we buy one car. So in order to achieve 22% sale increase, we need at least 600 units and 3,000 visitors to our showroom. Combined with the conversion rate of 1.2%, I calculate we need at least 250,000 traffic to our landing page. So the last section is about the budgets. Our campaign costs nearly 11 billion Vietnam dong, which we have a budget distribution of 32% to our production and 68% for media. And this is our budget detail, you can see. Yeah, and this is the end of our presentation. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching WOC, and now it's 15 minutes for questions.
Thank you, FD Hanoi. That was a good presentation. I like your ideas. It was shocking, but I liked it. I wonder how much thought you put into the risk that you were taking with this concept. And if something goes wrong, you know, with the confessions and things like that, you know, what if marriages start to fail and things like that? Have you considered the risk that you're taking with this concept?
Actually, when we think about this concept, this idea, I know it's a little bit controversial, and we think that it can be eliminated in the first round. But then, when we research clearly about our target customer, we don't play mass. We focus on a specific groups. That is the Wanderlust I have just said about it. And this guy, his persona is a dynamic and adventurous person, and it's also something that was written in the brief. So I think it's right, the right target. And with this kind of personality, I think the risk that may appear is not maybe it can be appear, but we think that we have to, if we play safety, the lacking awareness problem can be solved, and we need something that can bloom up the social media, the art channels, and if this appear, the risk appear, I think we also calculated about 10% for some marketing risk about this. But it's the main point I want to say here to you is that it's not kind of risky that you are thinking about it. It's something, maybe something innovation that Peugeot really need right now, right here, to push it up in just 7 weeks. Yeah, so I do believe in this idea. Thank you.
You have really great and interesting idea. But if my staff proposed to me something like that, I would never approve. Too risky. But out of the realistic of the proposal, in terms of the contest, I think your team has really great work and very logic and very consistency in the way you prepare for the proposal. That's good. But may I ask a question? So you mentioned a lot about the way how you improve the brand awareness. But in terms of customer to buy a car, it's not only about the brand, but it's also about the product. What would lead the customer from the aware of the brand after you compare to buy the car without any mention of the car profitability to the customer?
Actually, I think maybe you may misunderstand a little bit, but in the first TVC featuring Chen Tan, we have just stated 3 brand core values, which is inspire style, amplify experience, and inventive high tech. But it don't say it blankly like that, too functional, too mechanic. We deliver it through the concept of love of a girl, more interesting. And then in the second phase, we also release some pre-nuts. Okay, can you back to the pre-nut, please? Yeah. Yeah. And this pre-nuts, we show the more functions of the cars, like keeping lane. Can you see the keeping lane pre-nut? Yeah, we want to highlight the function of this car. So we have a pre-nut and the engagement, the business trips, party, there is a section when men can test and drive the car placed in the event, and then we even give them some more promotions to encourage them to sign the contract, like sign contract for a party, for a business trip, but actually sign contract to buy this car immediately in the event. So I think it's maybe we can still solve the problem of lacking awareness and solve the problem of sale growth, which is 22%. Yeah. Thank you.
When I see your print art, I remember some art nowadays, really interesting. Okay, you talk that your target audience is the man, and with the dynamite and have advantage and discovery, something like that. And why you choose an affair is the reason to attract people, because you know in Vietnamese culture, affair is something very bad, and you think, can you ensure that you can control on the risk, which we call that CDM, right? CDM, cộng đồng mạng. So, okay, ensure that you can control all of the risk. And you thought that some people, when they talk about Peugeot, and the man who drive Peugeot is sometimes some kind of affair man, something like that.
I think it's not a disadvantage because we create a new definition of having an affair, and we understand deeply that they do really need some moment to be selfish for himself. Like, do you want to drinking beer, hang out with your friends after work? Yes, but sometimes your wife blame that. Why are you so selfish? Why don't you go home and take your child to the house? Something like that. So I think we touch the real itch of the man, and then we solve it in a cool way, and bring a new definition of having an affair. And as you can see in the first phase, we review immediately that having an affair is finding an excitement, and you are having an affair with Peugeot means that Peugeot gives you the fresh feeling you are seeking for. Yes, I think that men always have something to do to be themselves, to be a little bit selfish, to be stronger than to be a man of the family. Yes, but no one talk about it. No one do something for them to do that. So this campaign, we want to take the disadvantage to become something innovation, something that will dominate the word of mouth. Thank you.
Okay. Another one question. You think that the Peugeot customer is something like the selfish, right? Selfish and just for themselves?
No. Actually, it's not Peugeot man. I think every man needs a moment to be selfish for himself. I know every you. But as in the person, I state that this guy, he's want to nurture his own feelings and enjoy the life, but he has the conflict. He still want to fulfill all his responsibilities. So driving a car, you still have the excitement, but you're still driving to work, you're still driving to take your child, so you solve this problem. Okay.
Okay, when I ask you a question, I have two solutions for you. When we want to bring the people excitement, something like discovery something new, we have another reason, a lot of reason to do that. And the second one is maybe the man and the woman, both of them, are something like need a right time or something, a time for themselves. For example, both of them, not just a man, because you know our customer, we cannot talk them. Okay, you are selfish, you are a lot of things, right? This is one of my idea, and the second idea is just focus on the tagline, the words you put on the advertising. For example, having Peugeot, having an affair. If we don't have any explanation, be careful. The customer when you see Peugeot advertising, something very bad. Something very bad. Be careful on the tagline and the walk when we talk to the customer.
Okay, so I think whether this is the tagline is really hook and attract us or not, this is yes. But I think the reason that we come up with all the questions related to the tagline and the message that we deliver, because it can create a misunderstanding. So different people can look at different things at different angle, right? You say that men can have a chance to be selfish a little bit, right? But how about if I say to you that as a woman, I think that they are too selfish. So we just like different point of view. So that's why whenever we create something as a message, there should be a clear in terms of transparent and nothing like go out of the key message. If the misunderstanding occurs, so this is the risk that we might take. So now link with, I think I would like to ask about the vision, because remember back, the vision of Peugeot is about bringing the marvelous experience to the users. So how the message of the campaign now can deliver that kind of vision?
Your question is about extending the big idea or the vision in general.
Come up to the vision in general, because remember that whenever we do something, we need to go back to the vision of Peugeot. So vision of Peugeot is bringing marvelous experience to the user. But in the campaign itself, I didn't see that, so I want to know how we link it with the vision.
Well, I think the marvelous experience is one thing that we try our best to deliver through this campaign. As you can see, is the already have in the big idea. Because why you have to having an affair with Peugeot? Because it's bring you marvelous experience. So I think it's a small angle, but it matches with the vision of Peugeot for a long term. And besides, as you can see, it's not just how big idea, it's how we express it. So for example, like in our key visual, why the man? Okay, so you can see, for example, for the peanut. Sorry, my dear, that I want to spend more time with Peugeot. So why you want to spend more time with Peugeot? It's just because it's marvelous experience that Peugeot will bring to the man. So every activities that we execute, we just bring we just want to deliver the experience.
Okay, so the experience here we want to tell to our customer is not just driving experience, it's an experience of emotion. And we mainly focus on the emotion when you're driving Peugeot. It's so fresh, it's so cool, like you are having an affair. It's bring you the freshness. That's what we are going to say. This is the answer.
All right, so that's it for WOC. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your questions.
Sorry, I make you panic because I played the closing part too early than expected. All right, and this is officially the end of the pitching part of the event today. Once again, congratulations all the team, and please give a round of applause to all of them. Right now, I would like to invite our dear judges to follow our usher to the discussion room. Thank you very much. And audience, please remain at your seats because we prepare something very interesting, which I will review now. Can we have some music to get the games ready?